Welcome, everybody. Welcome back for the people that are here before, and welcome to the new guests here, whatever time of day or evening it is for you. And I'm just going to go over this again real quick. This is what I should go over every day, which I do. Patience is number one. This is the rules that I have. Discipline, trade selection, of course. Following the 2% rule. Make a set of your own trading rules, which I've told you I've done so. Never trade when not feeling well or tired. I violated that last week and had no options. Follow all the VT rules in the handbook. By all means, never overtrade, and then trade either morning or afternoon sessions. All right, so I'm going to get right out of this, and we'll just go ahead and go right into this. Right into the day trader, see what's going on with it. Okay, we got some good alerts coming in finally. The one I'm looking at, it's a US dollar 10-minute. Oh yeah, let me, just before we get started, from the time we did start with the wins, like of 1380 to what I did the other week, we're at about a dead even. I had to raise the requirement to $75,000. I was not able to trade metals at $50,000, of course, because they have gone up in margin prices. I don't know what this is. Let's get rid of that. So I just wanted to square you away on that. So that's what we're starting with. We'll keep a running balance of this at all times. All right, so what I've got on my screen here is the 10-minute US dollar. Everything is good except the correction. It's only a one-bar correction. That's the only thing I don't like about it up here. That's just not enough information for me to take that trade. So I'm going to go ahead and just skip that one. We'll go ahead and get this out of here. We'll get that one out of the way. I'm going to start at the beginning since they just came in. Swiss franc 10-tick. No good. It's too short. Do I think it's going to hit the top? No. I've done an analysis on Elliott Wave Forecaster. That top should hold in place. But again, that's a trade I would not trade the way it looks. Here's one just about ready to hit in a 5-tick. It's a mess, but it just hit target. And here is the E-mini mid-cap. Okay, so here, this is quite a mess too. This would have to be a pre-straight, and this is just one big, long correction here. It's just wavering all the way down, and then she stopped there. Then she came straight down like this. Kind of went sideways a little bit. For 5 tickets, okay. The up move is really nice, but again, there's no true pre-straight unless I went all the way back there, and I don't like that in this kind of scenario. Just don't like it, so I'm going to get rid of that one too. This one, same thing. It's meandering in. It's a long pre-straight down. It's not real straight. Couple sideways moves in and a 40-tick, which I consider almost like a 1 minute. Then you do have a good sideways. The V should come from here. So it's a 1 bar down and 4 bars up. So it's made a pretty strong move up already. It does have a little bit of symmetry to it. If it pokes up to hit this, it would probably even out the picture. But again, this is looking a little too wacky for me to trade. And the rules are not, they're not all there. And this one's doing the same thing, the US dollar. It did the same kind of action, it just isn't there. 6S, and that's the best one I've seen yet. You got a beautiful pre-straight. You've got actually a 3-bar correction. I don't know why they started here. I would have started right here. So you got actually a 2-bar correction, I'm going to say. You got 3 up with an apex, straight down, straight across. That's a good trade. Now, the trade would have initiated right here because it did break the apex right down there. But it's been going sideways for enough time. And bars, you got what? You got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bars there. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That would be a valid trade. Everything is in play there. We'll give this one a try. Okay, we'll leave that alone for a minute. I'll go over here. And then another wacky, and there's a Swiss trade again. It's a Swiss again. Again, it's a beautiful trade coming down, but you know the move up. Here's your sideways move here. It's just, it is kind of symmetrical, I guess, so to speak. And they're just coming down pretty hard too right now. And there's our first trade of the day. Okay, right there, done. That was a good-looking trade. They don't come much better than that. That's what I call a pretty one. So that was a very good trade. All right, so let's look at the TF that just came in. Boy, that's looking wacky. Pre-straight actually is long enough, but you have a 1-bar correction. if you can call that a correction. I would, because that, even though they have the apex starting there, again, I'm not going to talk about this too long because I wouldn't take it. But it went up, it just had a sideways move right there that came down again. So again, I wouldn't take this trade. It's just too out of balance. Ooh, this one's interesting now. Nice long pre-straight. You got only a couple bar correction. That is a good trade, but I'm not going to have time in there. It's just the balance on it. Yeah, that's a good trade. I'm just too late on it. Too late. It's going to work though. Okay, let's see here, right there. Yeah, I wish I would have caught that a little earlier. See, on the 5 ticks, they come in so fast. Don't worry about these bottoms like this either on a 5 tick. That is no concern at all. You do have a single apex or a single point, and then just went sideways for a couple bars, and then straight up, and then she just retraced. Gosh, I wish we would have got it right around here somewhere. But anyway, we'll see what that's got. Wow, there's no reason looking at it, but it will make it. And let's see the MC. I'm going to pull back a little bit. Okay, you could consider this your pre-straight. These down to here. Kind of went a little sideways. There's your action right there. I don't know why it's going to do that to me. There's your little correction here. So this is your correction right here. Down, up, over, and then it's going to go up. Symmetrically speaking, that should go right to the target. I don't like the way it came in, though. This is kind of sloppy coming in here. Went sideways. Good. I mean, it's a good correction. It's got good symmetry to the whole trade itself. Your RR right now is at 9.9. It's a good entry point. It's very even looking. I just don't like it. I don't know why. I just don't know why. Probably because of the way this pre-straight swept in here. You can even use this as the pre-straight, and this whole thing is the correction. It's still a good setup. It's probably going to work. Yeah, there it goes. Just broke up. And that's it. It's okay. I don't have to take the ones I don't feel comfortable with. And I didn't. It's going to go, but I just didn't feel comfortable with the way it came in. But everything else is very symmetrical on it, so it's guaranteed pretty much to hit target. This one here, that's the Swiss again. We already took the other Swiss in the 5, came over, came down, didn't quite hit target. So it's going to meander for a while. I still believe it will come down and hit target eventually, though. That's just my opinion. Same thing here in the 2-minute. Again, it's just not a good-looking trade. You can see it bounce right down like it did in the 5. I'm going to get rid of that trade. And we'll go back to the $5 tick. It's just a wreck, train wreck waiting to happen. You can see it's just a mess. I mean, I wouldn't trade that at all, so we'll get rid of the US dollar. Here's the euro. It's kind of doing the same thing that the Swiss was. Came up, started to come down. Now she's starting to go back up again. So really, you'd have to go way. There is no pre-straight. I mean, it just meandered all the way up and then shot up. You know, you couldn't really call this a little pre-straight here. So when they look like this, ugly, just get rid of them like this. There's your euro. Okay, see, it went up, went over, went up. A little sloppy. You got to remember, we're looking at 2 minutes, so that's not really straight. But you don't have any sideways bars. Each bar made a lower low, except these two, and then it came straight down. So you have another sideways move there, and a sideways move there. And a 2-minute, 5-minute, 10-minute, 20, very critical that you have a complete straight. You know, this is straight, not real straight. You have a strong move up first, but it's straight. This is generally very straight, but it's not perfectly straight. It's not what we want to see in a 2 minutes. So you would skip this one as well. I'll just get that out of there. And then that's the Swiss. It's still heading up. Okay, we'll get that one. Well, we can leave that. That's the only thing we got going in right now. What time is it? 9:43. So the market opened. It's been 13 minutes now. I'm hoping that something starts happening now. Most of that was that pre-market activity I was telling you about prior to the you know, those first 10 minutes when the market opens, they got all those orders from the night prior in the morning sitting there. So that's what we saw, that wild movement in the Swiss, but we were able to pick it up in a 5-minute time frame.